On this Thursday before a big dirt racing weekend, we'll talk three big late model drivers who are all in very different positions right now, plus Logan Seavey on the verge of a record and an update on his Triple Crown chances, racing ahead this weekend and more. Let's go. It's Thursday, August 1st. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Can you believe it's August 1st already? I can't believe how quickly this year is going by. We are headed into a big dirt late model weekend with the USA Nationals at Cedar Lake headlining the action. We've been talking a lot of late model stuff here lately, but it's mostly revolved around guys like Ricky Thornton Jr. and Bobby Pierce and Hudson O'Neal. Given, the news cycle, it's pretty obvious. Today, though, I wanted to hit on three other guys, all for varying reasons. We'll start first with Jonathan Davenport. JD will be in action this weekend with the Outlaws at Cedar Lake, and he could use a good result. He's got 7 wins in 43 starts this season, won the Dirt Late Model Dream at Eldora and the Show Me 100, but he's been pretty quiet as of late. He hasn't led laps with Lucas since winning a split field feature at Lernerville in June, has one podium finish in his last 9 series starts, and has slipped to 3rd in the standings. And that's without mentioning that he missed the big show last weekend at Fairbury, ending up 5th in a B main. Davenport, though, is no stranger to victory lane at the USA Nationals, and this could be a good weekend for him and that team to bounce back. Another driver who's been basically MIA as of late is Brandon Overton. He hasn't raced at all since July 16th, which is partially not his fault as he had planned on a bunch of Southern Nationals races, but those just keep getting rained out. His last significant win was the Lucas victory at Smoky Mountain in June, which was also his last national touring appearance. Since then, he's been pretty quiet in regional action outside of a split field prelim win at Bulls Gap. He returns to hunt the Front Series racing this weekend with 2 nights coming up at Duck River. That Saturday race is $20,000 a win. He leads the championship there over Sam Seawright and Ashton Winger, but his fellow Wells Infinity Chassis pseudo teammate Ryan Gustin has surpassed him in the Dirt on Dirt top 25 rankings. The final driver I want to spotlight here is Devin Moran. While the other two I've talked about today are racing this weekend, Moran is actually not racing. His Double Down squad is on a break before the North-South 100 next weekend, and I'm wondering if we're not maybe just sleeping on Moran a little bit here lately. The focus has been on some of these other guys, but Moran just keeps piling on the good finishes. 11 total wins this season, 3 Lucas victories in July alone, including the big cash at Huset's. He's up to 2nd in the Lucas standings, and he hasn't finished outside the top 10 in any race since June 20th at Lernerville. If any problems arise with Ricky Thornton Jr.'s transition to Kohler Motorsports, I think Moran will be the guy to benefit the most in the Lucas title fight. And he's in the best position to capitalize. I just talked about Davenport, and Hudson O'Neal is coming off of a disappointing week at Fairbury as well, so the jury might be out yet, just kind of a bit yet on his chances with SSI. The next several weeks include some big money shows, and Moran could close down even more on RTJ in the standings. I like as well that they're using this strategic weekend to kind of rest and reset for that team. Taking a brief look at some of these late model races to come, Bobby Pierce, the defending USA Nationals winner, and he enters red hot in outlaw competition, winning 5 straight. Brandon Shepherd, still the points leader with Nick Hoffman there in 2nd, but Pierce needs to continue chopping big chunks, really big chunks, out of Shep's lead if he wants to have a chance here come World Finals. Cedar Lake had near 50 cars last season and should be around that starting tonight. The Hunt the Front Series, I think, should be in mid-30s for car count at Duck River. Looking at the pre-entry list that they released, they haven't raced since the end of June, though, so it's been a while since we've seen these guys. Besides the series regulars, names like Tanner English and Dale McDowell will be in attendance this weekend. The Southern Nationals will close out their season with 2 7,500-to-win races at East Alabama and Sonoya Friday and Saturday. Donald McIntosh holds a very slight 10-point lead over Corey Hedgecock for that championship. Hopefully the weather plays nice. These guys have been kind of brutalized by the rain here as of late. Elsewhere, you've got the big money wood tick at Merritt Speedway this weekend, plus the Northern All-Stars at Brownstown Saturday for 10,000 to win. So no lack of other late model shows to check out this weekend if you're not going to be tuned into the USA Nationals. Last night was another USAC National Sprint Car Show and another Logan Seavey victory. He's up to 13 on the season. He's won 7 of the last 9. The last time he didn't finish 1st or 2nd in a USAC National Sprint Car event was June 28th at Macon Speedway. He finished 7th that night. Seavey is now 1 victory away from tying Tom Bigelow for the most USAC Sprint Car wins in a season. Bigelow had 14 back in 1977. Seavey has tied J.J. Yaley and Robert Ballou for 2nd on that list. Seavey had to work for it last night, battling early with Shane Cottle and actually losing the lead late to Kevin Thomas Jr. KTJ led inside 10 to go, but Seavey took it back on lap 24 and went the rest of the way. Seavey and that Abacus team have won 3 of 4 Sprint Week shows and take a sizable championship lead into the final 3 races. Tonight they take on Terre Haute with Bloomington Friday and Hops Out on Saturday. As for Seavey's Triple Crown watch, it's not feeling as though his chances are really getting better. He's in a really strong position atop the sprint car points, but things aren't going his way in the other 2 series. He's currently 3rd in the Silver Crown standings. He's 50 points behind Cody Swanson. 2 top 5s and 5 top 10s in 6 races, but no wins and no laps led. Still 8 races to go there, though. The midget side seems like it will be the most difficult to get back into the mix with. He's currently 5th, but trails Days and Pursley by 161 points. 15 race nights still left on the schedule, but that's a lot of ground to make up. That team has had plenty of speed. They just haven't had any luck. Several DNFs because of mechanical issues and an average feature finish that is more than double what it was last season. I think Seavey would have to get absolutely red hot here, plus have some help from some other guys struggling to get back into this title fight with the midgets. At Knoxville starting tonight, it is Nationals time. Racing kicks off this week with 3 days of the 360 Nationals. 100+ sprint cars are pre-entered and $20,000 goes to the winner on Saturday night. Brian Brown won a thriller last season, and other recent winners of that event include Aaron Reitzel, Gio Scelzi, Kerry Madsen, and James McFadden. I think Brown, Reitzel, Sam Haverty, Boston McCarl, Tyler Courtney, Chase Randall, Emerson Axum, those are some names to watch, I think, of guys who will be contenders for this win come Saturday. A bunch of these teams then as well will stick around for the Cappy on Sunday and then the 410 Nationals next week. All 3 nights of the 360 Nationals will be streamed on Dirt Vision if you are not headed there. And if you want some 410 sprint car action this weekend, things will be headlined by the World of Outlaws at Peevely for the Ironman 55. Kyle Larson won this race last season, while other recent winners include Brad Sweet and Sheldon Hodenshield. The Outlaw Weekend at Peevely back in April saw Donnie Schatz and David Gravel split those wins, so those are a couple of names you can watch as well. With Knoxville looming, a bunch of other teams are either racing for the 360 Nationals or taking this weekend off, so kind of as has become usual for this event, don't expect an absolute massive field of cars. But 25,000 to win will certainly draw some, and that will likely include a guy like Corey Day, who is coming off that first ARCA appearance. And joining the Outlaws both nights will be the Extreme Outlaw Midget, so a lot of good racing to come at Peevely. And then following Saturday, a lot of these teams will then super truck to Knoxville overnight to be able to race in the Cappy and get those final laps in before prelim action starts on Wednesday. Drop me a comment. Let me know what your dirt racing plans are for the weekend, what you'll be watching on the streaming services, maybe any tracks you're going to hit up. Curious, as always, to see what you guys have got going on. And we'll call it there for the week. Stay tuned Friday and Saturday. I might do another live stream. If we make it happen, we'll do it across platforms again. And when we did it last time, we did YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So you have plenty of options of places to tune in if you want to do that. Hope you guys have a great Thursday and a great weekend out there. We'll see you right back here on Sunday.